Welcome everyone. It's time to get ready for the gripping season-long pursuit of the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Welcome back to our coverage of the Northern Shore Open. The final round starts now. Hello everyone, I'm Luke Elvey, thrilled to have you with us here. I've got Rich Bean beside me in the booth, and out on the course as always is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. It's a terrific day weather-wise. We're expecting all the action to be just as hot. Can't wait to see what happens out on the course. Can't wait to get into the action. Let's get down to the first hole. Okay, ball's in the air. Let's see how this round plays out.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
His second shot here.
Pretty good win back into the player's face.
Going for less club here.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
If this goes in, this is going to be putt of the century. This is huge.
Yeah, that's well judged. He had the right line there. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This is important. Big par putt here.
He currently has a share of 6th position here. Well, the beauty of Marigot Cove really strikes you straight out of the gates, Rich. Here we are at the second. It's a superb par 3.
Well, as stunning as the views are, so is the difficulty of this par 3. A long par 3, not much green to work with there, but I'm telling you what, the beauty alone of this hole is worth its weight in gold.
Oh, that's a sweet-looking swing, that one. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This one's for birdie. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, it's hard to even stand straight on this slope. Big right to left break. Good effort from there.
6 feet remaining to the cup.
Oh, just missed the par. That'll be a drop shot on this hole.
Okay, let's head to the next. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. The third hole at Marigot Cove is an absolute beauty. The par 5 that doglegs left to right.
Sometimes people say, tee it high and let it fly. Not here, no way, no sir. Tee this thing down low and chase it out there. Use the contour of the fairway to get the distance required to hopefully knock this thing on in 2. Second shot, aim out to the left. Again, keep this thing low on the ground and moving. Get it up there just shy of the green, a little pitch shot from there, and you find yourself a nice little birdie.
That always looked wet, didn't it? Yeah, well played. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. And now onto the par 4 fourth hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
I love seeing stuff like that.
It's exactly what I had done. Nobody wants to see somebody laying up on a par 4 that's drivable. Pull out the big stick.
And he's down there. You got to read.
This one looks like it breaks hard left to right. Yeah, that was really nicely judged from there.
Here's Matty Fitzpatrick setting up his next shot. Looking really good. Oh, good look at a birdie here. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. And now moves him inside the top 10 on the leaderboard. Great stuff. Now 5 strokes behind. To par 4, the 5th hole.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
This next shot coming up from the sand.
That was a misjudgment coming out of the sand.
Oh, well played. He has this putt to save his par. Oh, that's a great save. What an effort.
In the bunker off the tee. Good job getting this back in play.
And our leader is now out by 3 shots as we head to the next. The 6th is a par 4. Bit untidy, wasn't it? This is his 2nd shot.
1 extra club required to this elevated green.
That one doesn't look like it jumped out of the rough. Just barely snuck into the first cut. This would be a great up and down from this spot.
Do it. Come on. Come on.
This is a par putt. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. He finds himself in a share of 10th place. 7th hole at Marigot Cove. Little par 3, Rich.
A little bit of a plateau green on the left-hand side, and then there's also a sharp runoff from the center of the green all the way down to the right-hand side. When it's on that plateau on the left-hand side, if you miss it left or you miss it long, you've got bogey or double bogey written all over it. When it's on the right-hand side, though, what a great opportunity to hit it in there close, make yourself a deuce.
Yep, okay. This is at the green.
Oh my, off the pin. Great shot into the 7th and a chance for birdie.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Setting up now, this one from a fairway out. Oh, that's a nice looking roll. This one's got some momentum to it. Oh, so close. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And now this, to get into a share of 6th on the leaderboard. Trailing by 4 strokes. The par 5 8th at Marigot Cove, they suggest it's gettable, but gee, it's going to have to take 2 great shots.
There's another par 5 where height is not necessarily required to get it home in 2. Try and ease it down the right-hand side as best you can, and from there, you got a very unique shaped green that may not require or necessitate you going for it in 2. A Redan-style green going from right to left, around a bunker, placed on the left-hand side of the green. This hole is outstanding.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
He's got the big 200 all the way back to this pin. Yeah, that was great wind management there.
Good chance this one, right on 6 feet. What a putt that was. And he moves to 3 under with that one. He's currently sitting in 2nd. Par 4, 9th hole here.
Nothing quite like an eagle at the last. Almost as good as a shrimp on the bobby.
Playing from around 210 yards here.
He's 2 shots back.
Yeah, that was a safe play. A lot on the line here. This putt for a share of top spot. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's going to move right to left.
Yeah, that's a common fault in putting. Pulled it slightly. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
And down it goes. All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Well, that one's ricocheted right off the tree.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. Oh, well played.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
And that puddle drop. Well done. And as we move to the next hole, our leader is ahead by a couple of shots. On the 11th tee now, a par 5. Oh, that was pummeled. Great drive. Birdies are good. Harness them. Block the bogeys. They're bad. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Well, I wouldn't mind hitting the shot, but I wouldn't fancy the walk up here. This is quite uphill.
Good shot there, Beamer. This is the major champion, Matt Fitzpatrick now. Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
And that drops from birdie. And that will take him to 3 under. And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
You've arrived at the 12th, a par 3.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot, but some work to do, however. John, have you got a read on this one?
Well, the putt will start out pretty straight. Take a little turn to the right, nearing the hole.
Come on, don't be shy.
And this putt coming up for his par. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. Wow, he let the big dog eat there, didn't he? Oh, that ball's grown some legs. That thing's running. Well played, mate. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got, I'd say a solid 145 here.
That could play. Phenomenal approach shot, that one. Time for the second shot here at the 13th. A little off the mark on that approach shot. A few shots under par at the moment. Lovely touch. Well played.
Great touch.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
This is all about momentum. It's a par save.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. On the tee now, the par 5, 14th.
Could not be more perfect.
And he's right in the thick of it. Needs to really make a move soon, though. Not bad. Standing over his second shot.
Wind is going straight at his back.
Oh, that was left all the way off the club. Well, he knows this is a good chance here. He gets this up and down. He'll pull to within 1 of the lead.
A little excitement going on right now.
And he can now go and grab the putter because he's found the green. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie.
I really hope this one drops for him.
Nice one. Fourth birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Well, that looks like it caught the downslope there. That one's going to run a long way. Well, that'll work there. Second shot here on the 15th. Oh, this is the stuff that gets the juices flowing. Driver off the deck. Good opportunity for him. If he can get this up and down, he'll tie the leader.
Nothing like a little pressure to make it interesting, is it?
Great shot. And time to check in with Matt Fitzpatrick from England, standing over this next shot. Wow, Rich, that's sensational.
Uh-oh. There could be trouble ahead. The rival is coming.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. The 16th hole at Marigot Cove, Rich, might be the hardest par 3 on earth.
Luke, this could be the hardest par 3 I've ever seen. This could be one of the only par 3s that I know of that you actually should look at laying it up short of this green, because if you try and find the green and you miss it just a skosh out to the right, you could be down there for quite some time. A 60-yard runoff out to the right-hand side from there. What an interesting design this is.
Starting this one way out to the left. Oh, that's well judged. He had the right speed there. Easy 2-putt.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
And that makes him tied for first. The 17th hole at Marigot Cove is a par 4, but the challenge really is in where to leave the tee ball.
Ideally, you'd like to challenge the end of this fairway as best possible and leave yourself as short a second shot as you can possibly get into this green that sits across the water from you. Anything left short of that fairway bunker is going to leave a long iron to a small target.
This shot is about 140 yards out.
He shares top spot.
And he's safely on the green. A chance to move to 5 under par. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I'm down here, I've done the read, and this is a left-to-righter.
5 feet coming up to the cup.
This is for par.
He finds himself at the top of the leaderboard. The finishing hole at Marigot Cove, Rich, a very strong par 4. And what a round this has been.
Semi-blind tee shot, especially anything going out to the right-hand side. More fairway out there than you can see, but you better fly it a good distance. From there, downhill to a very inviting-looking green. However, with lots of runoff area, it can be quite deceitful.
That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
He has this putt in front of him to finish with a clubhouse lead. He sinks his final putt and with it grabs the clubhouse lead. That's good playing. But here comes the rest of the field looking to finish up their round. Well, how about that, Rich? We couldn't get this one decided in regulation. We're going to sudden death.
Oh, and this tournament deserved it, Luke. So good all day long.
This will be intense, Rich. So much pressure, and these players won't be stopping until one of them wins the hole. Buckle up.
I can't wait. Let's roll.
I've seen worse looking swings in a playground. Where was that going? Not a good result there. Well, what's your advice here, Rich, with the opponent so close to the hole?
Only look at the flagstick, look at nothing else. Hit your shot and hit it close.
That's a little unpredictable. Hope that ends up all right.
Always a challenging approach to an elevated green.
Opting for the 9-iron. This one doesn't look like it's hit with full intent. And how's that sitting in the bunker, John?
Well, they're in deep here, guys. Really nestled into this sand trap. Let's see what happens.
Oh, little sigh of relief. Happy to be putting again. Oh, that's got to hurt, Rich. So close, yet so far.
No, always a tough pill to swallow, losing in any way, but losing in a playoff, ooh, that stings.
Well, that should do it, folks. Hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the dedicated, talented people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.